How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today, we're going to be talking about a few different subjects when it comes to Pokemon Generation 8, and it's going to be a bit of a discussion video. I'm going to be joined by a few different people in today's, discussion, so to say. A few other YouTubers, as well as a friend, and we're going to talk about something that popped up here from King Zell, as well as Pokemon Day, and just some general conversational stuff regarding what's coming and how it's going to be, given to us, aka how are we going to get Generation 8 announced. So I thought we'd talk about that, get into the discussion, and yeah, let's start with the people who are joining me today. Joining me, first of all, here is your boy, NGameTheCube, aka Zach. Say hello to the people, my friend.
What's up, everyone? Let's do this.
Yeah, next up on the agenda here is your boy, Aero, coming in strong. What's up, my dude?
Yo, what's going on, you guys?
Next up is my boy, Akuma. Hello, say to the people, yes? I don't know what I'm saying, dude.
What's up, guys?
And the final person in the list here is your boy, SlowSpeedRun.
Hello, everyone.
There we go. So, today we're going to be discussing three different subjects, I think, which the first one is, of course, King Zell here. King Zell's popped up. King Zell, as well as a few other insiders, have recently... Actually, I don't think King Zell's been said anything yet, right? I don't think we have anything substantially, but he's mentioned something. We're going to talk about that, as well as the Pokemon Fun Day coming up, or Pokemon Day that's coming up on the 26th and the 27th. Actually, is it on the 27th that it starts? I think it's on the 27th.
Yeah, I think it's 27th.
Yeah. So it's on the 27th, and on top of that, we also have, of course, King Zell thing, and the final thing, which is we're going to discuss, which is just a little bit of a, random discussion, which is how we're going to get the games announced. Will it be a Nintendo Direct, or, sorry, a Pokemon Direct, random announcement, random trailer? How is it going to work like? We're going to talk about that. But let's start with King Zell first of all, which is this right here. So this was posted by Trainer on Twitter saying King Zell is back. He responded to rumors of the Pokemon Direct with a simple message. Hashtag Pokemon, hashtag Gen 8 is coming, baby. And so somebody asked here on the Recetera forums, so we getting a Pokemon Direct either tomorrow or next Thursday? And King Zell responded with, keep it up, guys. Now, it's a small message, right? So I probably shouldn't be... Is it even worth discussing this? But I think it is, because when I first read this, my perception of it was that keep it up, guys was sarcastic, and that he was... well, being condescending. I guess, I'm not trying to be rude against the guy. I love King Zell. He's the king, man. I love him, dude. He literally gave us the direct and when it was going to happen and all that. But I personally thought, when I saw this, that it was more like a sarcastic comment. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Well, I guess we'll start with Zach. What are your thoughts? Do you think he's being sarcastic, or do you think that he genuinely is telling us to keep up our speculating because it's coming sooner or later? Like, what are your thoughts, Zach? Because there's been a lot of insiders recently saying that there is a direct, some sort of Pokemon announcement coming very soon, like the next week or so. So what are your thoughts?
Yes. So what I'm thinking is that he probably there's one of two things. He was either being sarcastic, like you were saying, or number two, maybe he's just saying you guys are getting warmer, like you guys are getting closer to seeing when this is gonna be revealed, like what I mean?
Yeah, I got your drift.
Yeah.
But what about you, Aero? What are your thoughts on it? Because it's a small message. It isn't really much, but what do you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty much with Zach. I feel like, because before he's known for he's pretty much talked about how people are getting so excited over Pokemon. Like every time he talks anything about that Nintendo Direct or anything like that, people will always respond and go so is Gen 8 going to be in this Direct? Or are they going to talk about Pokemon Switch 2019? And he's always just saying good things happen to those who wait, and just keep it up, you guys, it'll come soon. So I feel like he's just trying to say that people are still really impatient over these games. Obviously he could also be saying something where it's you're onto something, but I really more just feel like he's just joking around.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I feel like he's being sarcastic. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's kind of
yeah,
messing.
he's being sarcastic.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I feel like he's messing with us. While Zach has more of the idea that he is, because so far I haven't seen King Zell in previous messages and previous posts really being sarcastic much or any of that sort of stuff. He's been very much to the point. I think
what I've noticed with him is that he has a vague nature. He'll say kind of
monotone.
Speaking riddles. You can see some animals tomorrow, and then it was Animal Crossing Switch. So he can be vague. So that's why this message could mean something. I feel because all of his other messages kind of have a little vagueness to them.
Yeah, and that's why I'm a little bit torn on it. It's a small message. It's literally just 4 words saying "keep it up, guys." But
yeah,
it's so
hopefully we
weird
get
with
another
King Zell.
one soon. I don't know, something.
No, but straight up, it's King Zell, so you never know with him. It's a strange situation.
Yeah.
But I think okay, right. So I've got 2 other people here. Akuma, what are your thoughts on it? Just give us some input of yours. What do you think?
Well, I think that he's not mocking the other dude. I think more like he's telling him that that is not the date. And he is telling him that keep guessing, just try again. That is not the real day. That's my take on that.
Interesting.
Okay, that's a fair point. And Slow, what do you think?
Well, my first thought was that he was saying that, hey, you're getting closer. But now that you mention the sarcasm point, I'm having a hard time not taking it as sarcasm. It's just really weird. I want it to be a, hey, you're getting closer, but I'm really kind of leaning more now towards sarcasm.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? That was my first thought. Like, it feels sarcastic. But then you had, of course, Zach saying that it could also be him, because he Zach's, I think, description of him was that he's very much monotone in the way he gives us information, right? He doesn't tend to be jokey, and he doesn't joke around that much or any of those sort of things. He tends to be pretty straightforward with it. You know what I mean? With everything.
I think this is more of a testament to how good he is at what he does. Like, we don't really know. We're like, is that a clue? Is it not? What's going on?
Yeah, that as well. But again, it could be nothing because it literally he gave us. And also, do remember though, I want to point out quickly about King Zell. The last time he mentioned Pokemon, he said he knew nothing about it, about when it's gonna come. Basically, he knew as much as we did, is what he said last time. That it could happen. This was again. These are his words from back before the latest direct happened. He said basically it could be this direct in the next in its own Pokemon direct or in E3. I don't know. I don't know yet. Is what he said back then. So does it mean that maybe now he knows something, or he's known something about it all this time, but he just doesn't want to share it because it's too far away, and he wants to keep it closer to his, keep the cards closer to his chest, so that when we get closer, we can actually be the guy who be like, hey guys, this day something monster-tastic's happening. I don't know, that was some shitty joke, but it could do something like that, because that's the sort of guy I think he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I remember with the direct, he didn't have a direct date like last month, and then he got one like before this direct that just happened. So maybe if we're getting closer to the real, then he'll have some, and that could be a good indicator that something will be coming soon once he starts speaking up.
Yeah, and honestly, at this point, it wouldn't be surprising if something pops up like randomly right about now. You know what I mean? Like, something should be popping up. I mean, honestly, we're in a weird position right now where he's the only person I can think of that has gotten things correct like 99.999% of the time, right? Like,
yep.
he got things right last year with Pokemon. He got things right with the Direct. He got things right with Animal Crossing. He's gotten so many things right. So, like, the fact that he just doesn't have anything substantial with his Pokemon right now for us, I'm just a little bit torn. Now, apparently this specific, this actual section they're in here is apparently a Pokemon soon message board, or sorry, thread, so to say. I could be wrong about that, but that's essentially what PokeCalo says here, that one of the people who unveiled the last week's Nintendo Direct date, and even the content within the game list, has just announced via a Pokemon Soon message. The Pokemon Direct will not be long and seems more and more to be confirmed. Now, that is not sure if that's true. I'm not sure who he's mentioning here. I think Kalos might be referring to Mug, Mug on Twitter, that guy. Who basically also got the Direct correct and also got the games right, I think. You guys remember that?
Oh, yeah. We follow each other now, I think.
Yeah. So, yeah, I talked to him as well a few times in private, because he literally said, which games were going to be coming and stuff. Now, some people have been trying to debunk him, saying that he deleted some of the games he mentioned, which I don't think he did, because I haven't seen any of that.
Yeah, I never saw that.
Yeah, I mean, I never saw that, so I don't really know what to feel about it. And I never saw him delete anything, so I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong, but for now, all his tweets were correct. I mean, Bloodstained was there, Mario Maker 2 was there, a bunch of other stuff. I mean, most of the stuff was there that he mentioned. Everything he mentioned was there. But was there other stuff he also mentioned that wasn't there then, that he deleted? It could also be that. I mean, who knows at this point? Who knows? But he also got the length of the Fire Emblem section correct. 5 minutes. And it was exactly 5 minutes. So that was weird, very weird to me as well. So I think Mug has some level of credibility, and Mug said it's coming soon, and he also did point out that it is in Crown and Scepter, which I think have been debunked just now. I think somebody's. I think he said it wasn't King or Queen, or anything, something like that, right? Something in that vein.
Oh, interesting.
But again, I'm not sure about it though. It's a very strange situation because I don't know how to feel about it. But either way, so for now we'll leave it at we could assume here that King Zell is just being sarcastic. But who knows? Because honestly, it's King Zell, so we'll just have to wait until he gives us some actual concrete information. But that's not all, though. Yeah, exactly. But that's not all, though. We also have the Pokemon Day coming up, which, of course, is the time we're all expecting something Pokemon-related to happen, something big to happen, which I don't know what to feel about it, but, for example, we talked about this earlier today. Aero specifically pointed out the fact that last year, they had a bunch of Pokemon stuff on Pokemon Day as well. They had a whole lead-up to Pokemon Day, like the countdown thing they did, right? They also had, during Pokemon Day, they announced, like, the movie being on Pokemon TV or whatever, like the TV section. You could watch the latest Pokemon movie at the time, and a bunch of other stuff, right? The year of legendaries as well, right? I think, Aero, you got the most of these. Could you just, like, kind of break them down real quick?
Yeah, there was they talked about the movie being available on the Pokemon TV app. They were talking about the legendary Pokemon that were distributed. There was like a special Snapchat filter that you could get on Pokemon Day for like the Kanto Pokemon. And then I think that there were some like other things that they were like counting down on their Twitter account. So that's like the main gist of what happened last year.
Yeah, and the thing is, right now they don't seem to be doing a countdown again. It seems like this time around it doesn't seem like they're doing a countdown for it.
Yeah,
right?
They're not. No.
And this time around, they actually gave us an announcement for most of the stuff already, right? If you look at like the actual post right here, they went through and said like, for TCG fans, we got some stuff coming that they already broke down. They're going to be doing like a marathon of the Pokemon anime, the Diamond and Pearl series, Black and White, and X and Y, and also some of the movies will be streamed on Twitch. There'll also be something about the tag team in the recently released Pokemon TCG Sun and Moon Team Up expansion, something about that. As well as the Disney XD in the US, they will be airing the, I think, four fan favorite episodes, and as well as the final 4 episodes of the Sun and Moon Ultra Adventures. We'll be able to doing that, as well as some other stuff. Like, there's just a minor few things here, as well as the Pokemon Center doing like some new merchandise things. Basically, all the things that last year they announced one at a time, right? Like across the days, they basically put everything out instantly this time, right? On the first day. Most of the stuff they've already put it out there. Yeah,
something else is gonna.
I mean, that's the thing, though, right? That's the thing. But again, I've said this a million times. Oh boy, I just dropped my phone. But I've said this a million times, and I discussed this like when they first showed us the Q&A thing, right? That's happening in New York, Nintendo New York.
Yeah, I don't get that. Wait, okay, quick question. Was that a thing last year?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, then there's gonna be Gen 8 next week. There's no way they're gonna do that for nothing.
Yeah,
like,
but it's 5 Q&As. It's not one. That's the insane part.
Exactly. Like, you can only do that with something like Gen 8. You can't do that with like Let's Go, a remake of an old game. Like, come on.
Yeah, and they're also doing it. It's a Treehouse Q&A, right? And Treehouse usually happen after directs. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
sure,
exactly.
It's just strange. It's so weird because if it's like Let's Go related, what the hell do you have to say about Let's Go at this point, right? It's been out for ages.
Yeah. It's stupid, and it's like this, right? Like, because their whole thing is localization. Like, what are you're gonna talk about translate a game that was already translated 20 years ago? Like, there's nothing to talk about there. You didn't do anything. You just kind of dropped the game and left.
Pretty much. And again, like you just mentioned, I mean, there's just nothing there to say about Let's Go to begin with.
Exactly.
Then TCG.
It's done.
Sure, maybe, but would they cover the TCG in the Pokemon
no.
Treehouse?
Nintendo Treehouse, like, no, like,
yeah, that's the thing, right?
They're
it's
separate
weird.
from that, I think.
So
yeah,
would it be strange then to assume, would it really be strange to assume then that on Pokemon Day we'll get some actual new gen, information? Would it be strange? Because I've discussed this before, but it's just I'm so torn.
Like, we've already gotten Sun and Moon reveal on Pokemon Day, so it shows they can do that. They can, and they haven't revealed this new generation yet, so now's the time.
Yeah, because all eyes will be on them.
Yeah.
Well, the Pokemon Day thing for Pokemon Sun and Moon, that was because it was the 20th anniversary. So they were like doing a whole celebration of the Pokemon anniversary, and then they showed off the brand new generation at the end. But like this time around too, with the Q&A, it is kind of suspicious that they're having a Q&A, but like I wouldn't hold that as saying like we're definitely guaranteed to get something. Like,
no, that's true.
Because people were also saying that event is going to be targeted towards kids. Like there's going to be like Pokemon face painters there, and they're going to be like painting Pokemon like Pikachu ears and stuff on people's faces and stuff. So I feel like it might be a Q&A with just some sort of like for the kids or something. It's just like a fun event for kids
Yeah.
where they come and they could ask like, what's your favorite Pokemon? What games do you like playing? Because from what I know, this isn't going to be streamed. Like you're not going to be able to watch the Q&A. So if it's like that,
but you weren't able to watch and this is where I want to bring up how they're going to announce this thing, because this is the subject that I think needs to be more discussed, which I want to bring up in this specifically video, is how will they even announce these games? Because last year, remember, there was no live stream for the announcement of Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. There was nothing. It just, all we knew was that there was a press conference for media, right? Only the press was there, and, like, I think Kotaku, Eurogamer, and stuff were there, at Game Freak. And the Pokemon Company, Ishihara from the Pokemon Company and Masuda were there, and they all, just kind of came out and said like, okay, cool, here's a trailer, here's a trailer of the newest Pokemon game. Oh yeah, also, we're doing this other game called Pokemon Quest. But also, final thing to mention, there's going to be another Pokemon game coming in 2019, a new generation game, right? Like, it was a strange announcement. Sure, you could argue the fact that, it was a remake or whatever, it falls into the remake category. I mean, still, they say it's inspired by whatever, but it's essentially a remake. So maybe, the way they announce it isn't that important, and since it's Generation 8, it needs to be bigger and more important. But, like, wouldn't Pokemon Day would be kind of perfect timing to, reveal it? Because it's literally the time where everybody should have their eyes on Pokemon, because it's like it's like the same way you announce something on the, May the 4th, right? Because that's like the Star Wars Day, right? Because May the 4th be with you. Like, right? Yeah. It's like the same way as you announce something big, like a big movie or whatever, or title or something like that, on May the 4th. Isn't it kind of like a same thing here, where like all the eyes will be on you on that day because it's your day, quote unquote. It's Pokemon's day. So wouldn't like all eyes be more focused on them?
Yeah, and it's like, it's a new generation, so I would hope that they would want to have more time to promote it. Maybe they don't care. Maybe they're just going to wait till June at E3 to reveal it and do like Smash, where after that it's like go, like keep like info, and then it releases in like December or something. I don't know. But
that still would make
I
sense.
hope we get infos.
Because
What?
Smash got announced early in the year as well, though. Think about it.
But yeah, they didn't show gameplay until
no,
E3,
no.
and
But
technically we know Pokemon 2019 already as well.
Yeah,
That's coming.
but at least with Smash, you're right. We didn't even know. Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, now the fact that he mentions E3 all the time gets me a little bit more scared, honestly.
Yeah, and KingsEll was like, you could see it at E3. Maybe that would be the time to reveal it.
Oh, please not E3, dude. I can't wait until June. I'm gonna die. I'm genuinely gonna freaking die. Oh god, that's just I don't know. I mean, okay, so what do you guys think? Slow. What's your thoughts, man? Like, what do you think?
I just think that it's really weird to not have a big Pokemon reveal outside of a Pokemon Direct. Like, Pokemon Day's coming up. I mean, but also the Pokemon franchise is in a really weird position with news of Gen 8 being like, it's a big deal, with it being on the first home console and being supposedly leaps and bounds above what we've seen before. It's kind of in a weird spot. So I just don't know what to think at this point. There's so much information flying at you. It's just, what do you make sense of?
Yeah, like we got King Zell saying it's going to be like Breath of the Wild here, and then Nintendo was telling him that it's going to, like, in terms of the leap that Breath of the Wild was, this is what it's going to be for Pokemon. It's going to be this big change for the series. It's going to be a big deal. We've had, like, before, like in the Let's Go and like those leak days, like we had people saying like it was going to be like a reboot. It's kind of insane. Like,
yeah,
something
but
weird is
that's
happening.
the thing, though. Pokemon has always been different from all the other franchises. You gotta remember, right? Smash Brothers is directly under Nintendo's hand, right? Nintendo influences every aspect of that. But Pokemon has always kind of been, like, rebellious. Like, Pokemon's always been kind of like the teenage rebel within Nintendo that kind of does shit their own way. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of, like, don't care about the way Nintendo wants to put things forward. They just kind of do things their own way and randomly. And they have been doing it for a while now. Their announcements have been a little bit... I mean, besides the announcements of new generations, which have been through Pokemon Directs, besides that, it's been a little bit sporadic and all over the place.
Like, the new but it is interesting how the exclusive announcement of a brand new Pokemon game for the Nintendo Switch, a new generation, was made at E3 2017. That was where it was first premiered at Nintendo's event. So I almost wonder if they're like, they might go for like, make this a feature for Nintendo, be this like, I just think that they don't care anymore. Like, they'll do whatever, including being Nintendo's event. They seem to have just kind of let loose recently.
You're not wrong
Yeah,
about
and
that.
something that it's also weird is the fact that they already deleted the previous directs. They already blocked the access. So, well, that means that they should upload something soon. And I don't know. Doing this so far before the E3 makes me believe that the direct has to be sooner than the E3. Because they also, Nintendo in general, needs to make more announcements at E3 to stay at the top of its game. They have pretty huge and ambitious sales goals, and only selling one game a year like they did with Smash is not going to work. So I think that Pokemon will get its own thing, as it has always done, and I don't see that being so far away, to be honest. They are already making space for that direct, or for that whatever they do to announce it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't seem to find anything here from, like... I mean, I just see the small trailers for it, right? Like, the small stuff. And didn't Ultra Sun and Moon get revealed, specifically, during a normal Nintendo Direct? I'm pretty sure. It wasn't a Pokemon Direct, right? It was just...
I thought it was. Remember,
Was it?
everyone got mad at them, and it was right
it?
before E3, yeah. And then at Nintendo's E3, that's when they announced the actual Gen 8, because people were... I don't know if that was because of backlash or because they already had it planned. But remember, people got really mad at that Direct, because it was like, they revealed Pokken and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, I think, and it was so, like, lame. Everyone was thinking it was going to be a new Pokemon game on the Switch.
Oh, yeah, that as well. Because I think most people were thinking it was going to be, like, Pokemon Stars.
Yeah.
On the Switch, though. That was what people were thinking.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Which did not
That
end
was
up
the
happening. So
whole
people were
rumor
disappointed.
thing.
Yeah.
The top tier credible people were saying was going to happen, too. So.
Even Eurogamer claimed it. Literally.
Yeah.
Eurogamer claimed it.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me, though, if they saw something like Let's Go or something and maybe thought, I don't know.
Who knows at this point? But, like,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's just like, you know, they also probably receive a lot of conflicting information. But, I don't know. Like, I think I agree with Akuma that there's like a, you know, there's this kind of like weird time right now where things are missing. Like, you know, for example, if you go into the Nintendo, like, archive page, I think there is an open spot again in that area. Like, they usually, like, open up an area, like a spot for it, when there's a new Direct soon to be. There's usually an open spot at the bottom. And I think this is one of those... I mean, I'm not sure this is one of those things that you can, like, really confirm. But, like, usually there's a spot open down here because it opens up, like, you know... It's usually not filled in when there's a new Direct soon to be coming. And also, I think I did this comparison a while back, that if you look down here...
Animal Crossing. Okay, no.
but I think it was 2016. Let me see. So 2016 would be further down. Okay, it was around here. Actually, no, it's gone now. Wait, it's gone. Okay, it's gone.
What?
Okay, they removed
one?
it. Oh, that's
No, the
interesting.
Pokemon Direct's right there.
Oh, no. The 2016 one. The 2016 Pokemon Direct is not here anymore. It was right here. It was in between here. It's gone now. There was a Pokemon Direct in between here before, and that's now gone, I think. Yeah, it seems to be gone. Huh. That's strange. The 20... I know that because I was looking at this before, and there was a 2016 one in between here, but that's gone now. So that's something, I guess, to add to the fuel. Or fuel... Sorry. That's fuel to add to the fire, I guess. But yeah, it's missing, because there was a 2016 one here before. I remember, because I was looking at this in a previous video, actually. And now it's gone. It was, like, in between here. So this is weird. This is really weird. Alrighty, but I think I remember though why I brought it up though is because the timing for the Direct was it was the 2016 one, right? So the 2016 one happened, and then 2 weeks later, precisely, like we have it right now, 2 weeks later there was a normal Nintendo Direct, right? But this time around, if we actually do get a Direct on the 26th, right, then it's going to be exactly the same as last time, in 2016, where we had it's going to be vice versa, where we had a Direct first and then a Pokemon Direct, whereas in 2016 we had a Nintendo Direct first and then a Pokemon Direct, right? So now it's like, you know, twisted around, so to say. But who knows at this point? Honestly, it's a weird subject, and I don't even know if there's really much else we can say about it. Anybody want to add anything else in, or are we pretty much done with the subject? I'll take that as
What?
Yeah, I think we pretty much went over everything.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Yep. All right. Well, that's
Who knows
actually
what's gonna happen?
done. True. Dude.
Yep, done.
So yeah, we went through KingsEll stuff. We talked about the Pokemon Day, what our expectations are. We talked about Nintendo Directs and how the form of the announcement, how that's going to happen. We've gone through most of the stuff. I just want to do this discussion video because the KingsEll thing popped up, and I thought it'd be more fun to do a discussion and talk about a few more other subjects as well, and as well as cover, you know, what's coming on the Pokemon Day. Just kind of briefly go through it here. If you want to read all this stuff on your own, by the way, it's going to be linked down below in the description. Also, do check out these lovely people. Their channels will be linked down below. I don't know if Akuma has a channel, but if he does have one, I'll link it down below or whatever I gotta do. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy, drop a like down below, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.